Beards and Bolters fans, to another Rapid Fire. I'm back with Josh, Walt, and myself, and we're here to talk about some new and exciting things for the channel. First off, the channel is transitioning. Our head editor, Ryan, is leaving the channel to pursue a professional or a job of editing for another company, and we wish him the best. We love him still. You will occasionally see him on the channel for as a guest because we like Ryan and he is fun. And because of that, you will be seeing a bit of a lag in our videos coming out. We're going to be doing the bi-weekly shooting and bi-weekly releasing of the videos, and the way we're filming them will be a little different. We'll be playing around with stuff, so you'll be seeing that. Leave comments below and tell us what you think about the changes. And with that, I guess we'll head on to Josh and I did an RTT last week, and it was a good time.
It was a great time. I had a lot of fun. Great people. So we went to Tables and Towers in Westminster.
Yep.
Getting that right? Yep. Great store. Always have a good time there. It was a really big RTT too. There was like 40 plus people.
47, yeah.
47, yeah.
That's a big RTT.
Yep.
That's like right below the cutoff for.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
It was crazy. Yeah.
So I brought my speed mob, and Rob brought his knights, right?
Yes, my Imperial Knights.
Yep.
They did okay.
It's a sad voice. They did okay.
It was I won one, lost one, and tied one, so I had a full spectrum. There's a lot of Tau out there already. There's a lot of Tau out there, especially for an RTT. I was expecting to see a bit more fluff players and stuff like that, but I guess a lot of people are getting those practice games in before the big Maryland Open.
Yeah, not in this scene. Yeah, the competitive scene up in up in Maryland is really competitive, like really competitive. You don't really see a lot of guys not playing the newest John, whatever the newest thing is that playing.
The new shiny thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that.
We both ended up playing against the Tau opponent, and the rumors of their strength were not overrated. They are very strong. I lost mine 100-16, and due to the Tau bodyguard rule, which will hopefully be FAQ'd soon, I just couldn't target pretty much his entire army while he could shoot me with impunity. Well, granted, I was a knight player, so like most armies can shoot me with impunity, but not with 30 strength 8 AP -4 3 damage apiece plasma guns.
Yeah, from what you were saying, just not being able to interact with his army was just not. It didn't feel good, right?
I killed 4 drones because he let me kill 4 drones because he felt bad for me.
Yeah. So I lost, but it was like by like 4 points. It was a really close game. It was a great game, and that's how. So I actually lost twice. 1-1. My win was really big, but both my losses were like super close. They were in like 4 to 6 point range. They were great games. But I didn't have any shenanigans, like not being able to interact with the army or anything.
There's still a bunch of Drukhari players out there. They're still super strong. Thick City is kind of dead a little bit, but it still works.
From what I'm seeing, a lot of it is just like, I mean, in last weekend was just Custodes and Tau. Like, enough to where it was, those are the only 2 things that are really, there's nothing else that's going to even showcase itself in the top 8, which is a little troubling, I'm not going to lie. I, for one, think that a homogenous kind of meta is not good. You want to see as much different types of armies playing the system and being able to tweak and do things, and I'm not quite sure if we're there right now, and I think part of that might be because people haven't figured out how to beat Tau, but I also might think that they might be something that needs to have a nerf. Hold on just a second.
Walt had bugs.
Cut.
Black.
Hey!
Take 3.
Hey! Come on. Hey! Go lay down. Ain't nothing out there. Nobody cares. Your dogs.
It's a Crusher Stampede, which you forgot to mention. That's what's outside.
Well, yeah. I mean, Crusher. So actually, how did your tournament go? I know you guys had some. It was Tau and
It was
Custodes.
Custodes, Tau, Crusher Stampede, Tau, Custodes.
Yeah.
So that Crusher Stampede kind of snuck in there.
Well, and I know the guy who plays that Crusher Stampede list. He's a real nice dude, and he likes to try and find ways to play different things a little bit. He will take a bad army and make it good. He's pretty great about that.
Yeah, no, he's a great player, and I enjoy. I've played him once. I think he's always fun to play as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I thought there'd be some more Genestealer cult people there. There's only like 2 or 3. I don't know if that's just because it's not a super popular army, or if because they also have a super new codex. I guess I guess their magic isn't as good as the other magics.
Well, I think it's a good codex, right? I think it's a good codex, and how most codex should show up in the meta. Where if you took out, I'm sure if you took out the way the Custodes look, and if you took out the way that Tower, you'd probably see them more often. The problem is Custodes and Tower are the highest ends of each spectrum. One is the most killy army possible, and the other one is the most defensive army as possible, right? And I think that's kind of why you're seeing those two things exist so strongly. It's just the only thing, if you can't... so the reason why Tau win is because they can literally kill everything on the board, because they've got damage 6 weapons that do mortal wounds. You know what I mean? And then the Custodes have enough stuff that makes them just very defendable and keeps them on a point. So I think
there's definitely something to be said in the meta about just pure survivability. My buddy Matt got 9th at the tournament with his Death Guard, and he was first in faction for Chaos. But still, you'll still see Death Guard and in the meta. They're still crunchy, still good.
So that was actually my second game that I won handily in. Not to put too fine a point on it. I mean, they were super tough, but there was something to be said about he just couldn't. I had so much board control because my army's so fast with the speed mob. I just kind of ran circles around him, and he couldn't really catch me. So.
Meanwhile, I went to a filthy casual tournament. 1,000-point incursion missions, which play completely differently and do not attract the same player base. So I was down in Virginia playing this game with a bunch of my friends. I chronicled the whole thing, and hopefully I have a video about that here shortly. But I might have a newfound appreciation for incursion missions, especially after playing them. They are pretty fun. They're still balanced. And if anything, they do some things that the other game can't, and therefore the meta changes a little bit. That being said, guess what won first place?
Let me think about it.
Think about it, comrade.
Genestealer cult, right?
Yeah, it was exactly that. No, it was definitely the Tau. Granted, the guy didn't play the meanest version of it. He had 2 hammerheads and a series of crisis suits that were doing really good in the center. They're just unkillable.
They're stupid resilient.
Yeah, that's the. There's a lot to be said about this, and if I was to talk game balance, I don't think it has it. But that's what it is, and that's okay. That it's a tournament, and we had a lot of fun. That being said, we had Drukari won second place, and then our third place was actually an Ultramarines player. So
yeah.
I mean, granted, this is an 8-person tournament. This wasn't as big, but we had a lot of fun. And honestly, I really think I'm part of me would like to advocate for that kind of fun style of game. It was just so much more refreshing than being at a big tournament with a lot of really punchy dudes.
2 questions. Where was this at?
This was in Stanton, Virginia.
And what was the store?
Oh, it's called Dragon's Horde. It's real cool. I'll be talking all about it in the video because I brought my camera and decided I was going to vlog, so we'll see a little bit about that. We're going to try it out. If you hate the format, it's okay, guys. Let me know. I'll stop doing it.
And the incursion, you guys did it on. It was the smaller map, right?
We actually did it a bigger map. We did 4x4.
Nice.
So like a square. Mostly because the tables were already set up, and he didn't want to have to figure out taping a map that way. So we did it that way. It was a lot of fun. I really liked it. Actually, made certain things work differently.
Yeah, the map for incursion is just too small. I feel like you're just instantly in melee.
Yeah.
Immediately, first turn, melee. You're just
Well,
like, all right.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I think because you're still, in general, 24 inches apart. There's a couple that are 18, but that distance between each other is still that base fundamental 24. So if anybody's getting in that range, it's because they've got shenanigans. You're just feeling more crushed by it because you don't have as much behind you, I think is what's happening.
A sense of oppression.
Yeah.
And you ran your Space Wolves, right?
I did, and I did about as good as I could expect. I got basically last place. So yeah, that's about how that went. It wasn't the greatest time for me. I thought my list was okay, but it just doesn't have the tools compared to what other people can do.
Yeah, Codex Creep is real, folks. And we used to talk about that. It was like, it's just like, oh, there's always a way to beat it. You just got to like go back to list building and theory hammer. But like,
I think that's false in this edition currently.
Yes.
I hate to be I'm not trying to be, as my friends call me, salty walty, where I'm just angry all the time. I just don't think that's true. And I think if you want to play a fair game, if you're looking for that, if you're looking for something where you don't have to play against Tau and Custodes and things like that, playing that very meta list, go find friends.
Yes.
Like, you don't make... I mean, you can make a couple friends at tournaments, but the best tournaments are when you invite your friends to have a tournament, right? Get with your local game store, say, hey, I want to do, like, a little incursion thing. Have them be like, yeah, sure, that'll be fine. Most of them don't mind new people coming down because it's just going to get sales for their shop. If they have that capability set up. But if not, work together. I mean, I've had a couple of... I know, Josh, you've been in a couple as well, where it's just... we go to somebody's house, we put up a bunch of 4x4 tables and put them on sawhorses until we have a good time, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, they are a great time.
Yeah.
I mean, playing with friends, you can't lose when you're playing with friends, right?
Yeah.
So, it's just a good time.
So, yeah, we've got some issues with Tau, is basically where we're at with that.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah. We'll see. See how it goes.
Yeah, it's, they're a tough nut to crack, man.
Yeah. I will say, at least because I did bring a more army that's a little more powerful. Not that orcs are like super powerful, but the more I was playing, the more I was like, okay, I see there was some things just like I could have done some things differently.
Yeah, I mean, if you even if you have the worst army in the world and you play the best army in the world over and over and over again, the reps will teach you how to improve your score and how to get better. The question is, how many reps against an army do you have to do? That should be like an acceptable amount of skill versus
That's a
balance.
fair point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. That's 100% fair.
There's speaking of reps and just learning something, at the tournament, this guy charged me and then like daisy chained out like the 9 inches to an objective, like with the charge move, because you don't have to charge for the closest enemy model. You have to like move, like just
one model has to move within that range, and then after
right,
that they can just take a move.
Right, but the rest of his guys just daisy chained out and just tagged an objective, and I was just like, crap! I never thought about that, but then again, I don't play a whole lot of melee.
Yeah, that's a melee. That's a melee 1-2 normal thing. It's
yeah, it's a pretty normal thing for melee, but. Depending on how many models it was, the coherency rule has kind of messed that up a bit.
Yeah.
So, it was 10. He did the triangle points at the end.
Yeah,
gotcha.
The dog bone.
So, yep, old dog bone.
Yep.
So yeah,
gotcha.
Pretty good.
Well, you learned something new then. You learned a new tactic.
I did, I will probably never remember to use it in the moment, because I'll be like, why am I charging? I'm scared.
ABC, bud.
Yeah, you don't
ABC. Bork, bork, bork.
Always charging. Yeah, not my forte. Josh always makes fun of me because like I could be like, oh, you have 100% of killing me in melee, then I'll just whiff because there's no confidence behind my dice.
I know what you're talking about. You do great in melee.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
It's a wonder every time.
All right. I think that wraps up this rapid fire.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys got anything else to add?
I'm a little excited about some of these Eldar stuff coming out. I just got my box of Elder Dromans, so I'm really hoping. I just picked them up, started putting the models together, and I'm super excited about trying to see what I can do. Maybe I can even try to get a painting video about those new speeders, because I think they're just really cool models.
They are super cool models.
I might be trying to do Uppsala speeders. We'll see if I can do it. Like, that Yanari kind of mixture. I don't know. I haven't looked at all the stuff yet. I know the Codex leaks are basically out. I'm just lazy. And
That
Elden Ring
doesn't
is
sound
out.
like a that doesn't sound like a whoops. It sounds like a yes.
I've got
That.
I've got 30 Guardians on my paint desk right now. It says Dire Avengers are no longer troops, so I have to fill up my battalions now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, no, I was so back in the day when I was playing Eldar as Eldar Leonari, I was doing that Sean Naden list that had like 20 troops that was just one large line, so that you could do your lightning fast reflexes to them and just kind of have them move up and take up space.
Yeah,
That in 8th edition. So I have them ready to go. I don't need to buy the new ones.
yeah. In order to run a bit, because I only had a slot of 10 Guardians for my Althway, and then I had a crap ton of Dire Avengers. Like,
I have 30. So many Dire Avengers, I don't want to even talk about it. And I haven't built a single one. I ended up getting this large amount of models way back when for a very good price because somebody was liquidating them, and I basically have every model I'd ever need. I just haven't done anything with them. So we'll see.
Now's the time to start.
Here's the thing. My inner filthy casual doesn't. If it becomes too good, I can't play it. Like I would literally feel bad putting it. Like be like, here it is. It's the thing that's making everybody's day horrible, and I'm doing it. I guess I have too much empathy. I can't do that.
I will say I love being the guy that like brings like say you like Eldar's the new hottest thing. I'll bring it to the tournament, but it will not be the optimized efficient list. That way the person's like, flip, I'm playing Tau. I don't want to do that. And I'm like, or Eldar, I'm like, but it's a crappy Eldar list.
Yeah, so that means you still mostly win.
Mostly. Yeah. Just mostly.
Only it's like a 70% win rate now instead of 80. It's
I just table you turn 3 instead of turn 2.
So we're having fun, guys, right?
Oh, so many of my friends have been tabled turn 2 with Tau.
So it's weird.
It's weird. We'll see.
Yep. I have nothing to add to Eldar because I don't play them. But I look forward to my Demons update so Slaanesh can consume all your souls. So
no.
I'll leave my Eldar feelings at that.
Yeah.
And with that, we're heading to the webway. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you have any questions about the new format or anything, or if you have any questions of us, just let us know and go from there.
Yeah, again, to all you patrons, especially, you guys are our bread and butter, and you are clients. So when it comes down to it, we're going to be trying to do a lot of new video types, a lot of different things, some smaller, some longer. Don't worry, the bat rats are still staying. We're just going to have to do some formatting differences as we try to learn how to become video editors because we weren't previously. And please give us your feedback. We want it from you. We especially want to hear how you feel about it. Of course, everybody, we want to hear what you have to say about it so we can improve and we can give you the product you're looking for.
Absolutely. I have nothing to add. You guys said it perfectly. Thank you guys so much.